the notch side of the trowel. It doesn't matter if you use the long side or the short side. I'm now the trowel same way, run all the notches in the same direction across the towel. And now I'm going to take the towel and place it right up to that red line. And once we get it about in the position where we're flush with that red line, we're just going to wiggle it into place. After we got the towel back buttered, we're going to place it in place. I'm just going to stick it right here where it goes. And the same thing, we're going to try to line up with our red line here. And now when you have thin set push up through the tile, I'll always clean it out with a pencil or anything that can scrape it out, because you definitely want to avoid having a bunch of thin set sitting up in this crack. And now to continue the run, we're going to take spacers and place them. Tip for placing tile in the far corners of rooms like you see here is just grasp the edge very tight and just lay the for this day. As you can see, he's reaching into that 5-gallon bucket, getting thin set, and he's back buttering the tile and handing it to me. So the process went much faster with his help. The next tile, I got my center marked, and now I'm just going to lay it right up to the center of that grout joint right here. And I'm just going to go ahead and wiggle that into place. Now you want to pay attention to how flush you are with the tile leveling system. As you can see, we got this tool that's going to be used to squeeze the wedge in between the spacers, and we got a bunch of wedges that came with this kit. And if you want in it, and then you have a smooth side, the smooth side goes down. So all you got to do is slide it right into this clips like so. And then once you slide it, I now have all the tile installed over the whole bathroom floor, but I got to allow 24 hours before I grout it to allow the thin set to set up underneath the tile. The next step is we got to remove the tile leveling system, and to do so, all you need is a rubber mallet, and you simply just smack the spacer and it's going to break it right off. And to remove one of these wedges, all you got to do is lift up well, but again, just be cautious not to get it in the caulk joint. All right, now it's time to wipe the grout off the tile. You gotta let it set for at least 20 minutes. And as you can see, there's a haze here where it's starting to dry some. Here, almost all the moisture where it's just damp, because if it's too wet, it's gonna make the joints look kind of funny. And then when we go to wipe it, we wanna try to go in the same direction and wipe off bulk of it on a diagonal like so. You don't wanna set in the joint and scrub it like this or like this, because it'll pull the grout right out of the joint. We don't want that. We want the grout to stay in the joint. So going diagonal is a mug down here at the very start. Just run a nice bead and just a little tip. Just keep your gun moving so that way you don't get a significant buildup of silicone caulk. And be sure to fill up that crack full of silicone.